All right, guys, now moving on. Going to bring my dear colleague, Ben. Ben is a mining surveyor with over 15 years experience in both underground and open pit operations, holding senior on-site roles across multiple commodities, including gold, nickel, and iron ore. He holds a Grade 1 Mine Surveyor's Authorization and a Quarry Manager Certificate, and currently serves as the Studio Survey Product Manager. Welcome, buddy.
All right, we'll try and keep this short and sweet and go from there. So Studio Survey is the link between all of your planning and the real world execution. So it completes the loop between the planning cycle and also your operations. We fit in the planning suite with the rest of them there. We're going to see that slide a few times today probably. And here's the general workflow of Studio Survey. So we ingest data from either survey instruments or imagery from drones, and also from our planning geology suites at the bottom there. All comes into Studio Survey, and then we pump out the reports after editing, and then that goes back into your planning software to deplete your schedules, all of those sorts of things. At the core, it's just another Studio product, but what we've built in is the fast, reliable, and routine reporting. So all of your consistent reporting that you're doing on a monthly, weekly basis, your pit extractions, underground development reports, stope reporting, pit compliance, ROM reports, all of those sorts of things. So once we've got the design from engineering, the schedule, we have to start with a pit extraction report. So this is basically your month-end splits by bench, volumes, all of those sorts of things. Each one of the volumetric reports that we do, except for the ROM, can be linked to a block model. So you automatically get your tons and grade, however you cut that up. Then from the extraction report, we can then go into our compliance reporting for open pit. So this will either give you a compliance to your final pit shell or your stage design, or it'll give you the compliance to the end of period surfaces that come directly from Studio OP. They'll split it up into 4 different categories on the planning side, based on the pit shell, the surveyed as built, the scheduling phases, and the previous surveyed pit shell. We have underground development reporting. So much like the open pit extraction, we're calculating the development for the month, length, volume, basic compliance at that stage. So a profile area and a length to calculate a volume compliance. That then leads into your underground development summary. So this tabulates every level that you've done a survey for and spits it out into a final report that can be sent directly off to whoever needs it or stored on whatever location you like, all in the PDF, ready to go. So that'll include your summary table and plots of each level. From there, we have underground drive compliance. So they'll take your development for each level and compare it to the profile solids, give you overbreak, underbreak, on compliance, and once again can be added a block model to give you tons and grade. So you'll get a tons and grade for each section of that, both overbreak and underbreak. Then we have the stope reporting. So we can go just a basic stope shape with the upper and lower drives extracted. If you then add a design solid in there, you'll get your overbreak, underbreak, all of those sorts of bits and pieces. Then if you have your block model, once again, you'll get your tons and grade. All done from the same report, and there's no extra burden on the survey department to provide that. They just tick a box, select a file. So all done automatically, all your plotting, everything's automatic. So the underground stope summary, much like our other reporting, summarizes via a date range. So we just put in a date range, whether that's a month, a quarter, yearly. It'll summarize all of the stopes. That can also be filtered by level, and any other filters that you can find up there, whether you have multiple mining areas and you just want to isolate that. Then that'll summarize all of that with your plots and everything from each stope that has been mined in that area. So just in summary, Studio Survey takes the design and the plan that you've put together, puts it into execution, and then gives you a feedback loop based on the as-builts that have come out.
All right, good stuff. Thanks.
Right.